Hello everyone, this is Professor Govind. In this video session, let us understand the third component called audio or sound. So far in our series of lectures, we have discussed about multimedia, advantages and limitations of multimedia, and we also have discussed about the first two components called text and graphics. In this video, let us understand sound, which also is known as audio. Sound or audio plays an important role and a vital role in designing multimedia, because sound or audio increases understandability or clarity. A multimedia application may require the use of speech, which also is considered as a sound or a audio. It can be either a speech or a music or any other sound effect, like a background music or any other sound effect. These are also called as audio and a sound element in multimedia. And as we all know, speech is a perfect way of teaching. Sound or audio can be defined as a disturbance in air pressure that reaches the human eardrum. Sound is nothing but a disturbance in the air pressure, and that variation of the wave reaches the human eardrum. That is where we understand the kind of sound that we receive. And human ear is capable of differentiating different kinds and direction of air pressure difference. Sound provides an extra dimension to the concept of multimedia. One of the advantage, of course there are many advantages, but one of the basic advantage of sound or audio is that we can listen to it without leaving our work. Sound or audio is related to the terms frequency, amplitude, wavelength, time, etc. These are the characteristics of the sound. These are the characteristics which differentiate one sound pattern from the other sound pattern. And as I said earlier in my opening statement, human ear or human brain is capable of differentiating between these different patterns. We understand these different sound patterns and we can analyze different sound patterns naturally. It comes naturally to human brain or human ear. That is where when human brain can understand different patterns of sound, it makes our job easier as a multimedia designer. We can use different patterns of sounds, different patterns of audio as per the content of our multimedia project. There are two types of audio or sound files available. One is called analog sound and the other one is digital. There are two types of audio files, analog and digital. An analog sound is continuous both in time and amplitude. Is a continuous signal. A digital sound is discrete and has finite number of values. Of course, as an end user, we need not bother about it. You can use either an analog signal or a digital signal, analog sound or a digital sound. It makes to the end project no difference. There are different varieties of sound files available. Like we discussed in our previous class, different patterns of image files available. Likewise, in audio or in sound files, there are different types, there are different extensions, there are different patterns of sound files available. Like for example, there is a sound file available called .wav, stands for waveform files. There is a sound file available called MIDI, stands for musical instrument digital interface. In some of the exams of your previous year, they have asked the extensions of this. They have asked students to expand the given sound pattern or any other extension. We have a sound file called MP3, stands for Motion Pictures Experts Group. We also have WMA, Windows Media Audio Files. There are many more extensions available. I am listing ones which are quite popular. in my list I have included those extensions or those sound patterns which are quite popular. Like MP3 is known to everyone, WAV is commonly known to everyone. Similarly, we have .3GP, third generation partnership project audio files for portable devices. So these are the extensions, these are the expansions that you will have to remember. As I said earlier, in some of the question papers, they have asked the expansions for these words. Let us now talk about different sound files, like some of the common ones, commonly used ones. Let us talk about waveform files, MIDI files, MIDI files, and MP3 files. But before we talk about these three categories, let me tell you that sound is generally used with video. There will be a video at the forefront, and at the background you can play any music, you can play any sound effect. So sound generally, in most of the cases, is used in combination with video. So let us talk about the first category, which is most commonly used, called WAV, that is waveform files. This type of file can contain sounds of all types, such as music, speech, songs, any natural sound which is captured, and various sound effects. The waveform file has WAV extension. Waveform files contain digitally recorded sound, and the process is called as sampling. In sampling, the analog sound wave is divided into small packets. The rate at which sound is sampled will have an effect on its quality. It depends on what device you are using to capture the sound. It depends on what software you are using to capture the sound. The way you capture the sound, it affects the overall quality of your audio or the sound file. If the sampling rate is higher, there will be better quality of sound. This is a general rule that we have and we all know. While recording, the way we record is the result, it affects the quality of your sound file or the audio file. We all know this. Let us talk about now the second file called MIDI, stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface. Several musical instrument manufacturers came to a conclusion that there should be a network standard for musical instruments. The result is MIDI, that is Musical Instrument Digital Interface. This standard is handled by MIDI Manufacturers Association. There is an association formed for handling this pattern of sound. The specifications for MIDI require certain hardware connections. So MIDI requires some additional hardware requirements, connections. MIDI software consists of sequencer programs with which musician can record, play, view, and alter music notations. So these are the specialized files, MIDI files, which require an instrument, which require a hardware, a specialized hardware and a software, and the sound quality of MIDI will generally be on the higher side. With MIDI, we can have the quality output. A MIDI file can store only music. The point to notice here is, unlike waveform, MIDI form or MIDI file can only record the music. The MIDI files are much smaller as compared to waveform files. MIDI files have the extension .midi. The MIDI files contain instruction rather than actual sound data. Therefore, we need a synthesizer to hear MIDI files. We need to have a hardware called synthesizer to listen to the MIDI files. The standard sound cards are attachable to the computers, will have some type of synthesizers. So the sound card which is available in your computer will have a certain kind of listening instrument called synthesizer. Now the last and the most commonly used, one more most commonly used extension is .mp3, stands for Moving Pictures Experts Group. has developed the systems used for video data. See, the MP3 files are generally used in CDs, DVDs, in high definition television sets for broadcasting. It again is one more most commonly used and quite popular sound file. As I said, it's generally used in the instruments like CD, DVD. So these are, it also can be used, to add one more point, it also can be used with mobiles, with other electronic gadgets. That is why it is one of the most commonly used or popular category of, or the pattern of sound. So this is about the sound files that we have. Computer generally stores the sound files in digital form. Therefore, the sound used in multimedia application is digital audio. So at this point we conclude this video session. So this is about the third component of multimedia called sound. Thank you everyone.